Hi.
Hi, we are here. Are you looking all stunned? Don't look all stunned. Okay. I am at a storage locker unit and I just bought this at auction. Online auction. It was 25 bucks. And first time doing something like this, and I'm in it right now. I'll turn around and show you what it looks like in a second. I don't know what I was thinking. It's a lot of furniture, let's just say that. A lot of furniture, but it was really cheap, and I just wanted to get my feet wet. Do this for the first time and see if I can flip some of this stuff and make a profit. There it is. So we got one dirty mattress, one dirty box, two box springs, and this mattress here is in a bag. And there's another mattress back there. Oh my goodness. I got Spencer here with me.
Hi.
Looks like we bought a whole bunch of mattresses. Oh man. And there's a little couch. It's got a whole bunch of stains all over it.
Yeah. Well, this thing probably go for like $100 if it were new, and we got all this for $25.
Yeah, that's all right. Yeah, you're right. But I mean, look at the staining on this thing. Mm-hmm. You know, it's got stains all the way around it.
Well, obviously we're not going to keep it.
No, we're not going to keep it. What am I supposed to do with it? So then we have a whole bunch of mattresses. This is kind of cool though. We got some tires. Let's see here. So we got 2 tires that are new. Flip those 2. And then we got some older ones that are obviously, why do people store old beat up tires? I don't know. TV. And there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bins. Another big couch there, and this is a pull-out couch. That's going to be heavy. Over there is a couple things, and then there's a printer down there. That's all I see. So what should we do first?
I think the furniture should go first because it's probably going to take off the bed the most.
Yeah.
Then we can pile on it.
Okay. All right. Let's get these mattresses out of here. We heard something in the couch here. Go get it, Spencer.
Try again.
Okay, we'll try again. We heard something on the couch. Go get it, Spencer. Okay, hey, don't play around. Here, just go like this.
That's what I was trying to do.
Yeah, you were cutting it like it was a steak.
You're cutting it like a steak. And then what's no day?
I don't know, hang on.
Oh my God.
There it is. There it is.
The wild. It is a nickel.
A nickel. Let me see the date on that. It looks old.
It looks new.
1986.
I guess that's old.
I think that was the only one that we saw. Alright guys. So, we have, how much more money do we have to make this thing worth it?
Okay. So, $24.95.
We paid tax as well.
Well, it's hard to add up.
Alright, we'll get this thing in there. Now let's take a look and see what's in these bins. This one, full of kitchen stuff. I'm guessing this looks like, look at it, it's even still dirty. I'm guessing it's some sort of eviction, you know, like an apartment clean out eviction thing.
Disgusting.
Sorry? Disgusting?
I mean, French for disgusting.
Oh, yeah. Alright. What's in this one here? Got some TVs. Harry Potter. Shakira. Nice gloves. Those are pretty nice. And some plastic knives, forks, more gloves. Actually pretty nice. A bunch of pins. CPP? Is that Soviet Union? Huh. What else we got here? It's all Russian pins. I don't know if those are real or if they're just made up after. What else is in here? More gloves.
More pins.
More pins. Alright, just finished going through this tote here. It's just a lot of nice leather gloves, which are always nice and handy to have. Even possible to resell them. Just found a whole bunch of these Soviet Union Russia pins. I don't know if they're replicas or originals, but interesting nonetheless. Sir, put that on the truck. There's the lid.
Yep.
Tote number 2.
Without me.
I'll wait for you.
Okay.
Okay. What is that? Nice.
What is it?
I think it's a switchblade.
Oh, I know about those.
You do, eh? How do you know about those? They're illegal. I don't want to know. Yeah, I probably don't want to know. Oh, I think it's got safety on it. Now it's gonna go. Oh no, that was the safety there. Safety off. It's not working. The spring is probably busted.
Wait, can I see?
No.
Okay.
These are prohibited. You know, allowed to carry these with you, but I'm sure you're allowed to collect them in your home, but I don't know. Don't know much about knife laws here in Canada. Careful with that. See if you can get it open. Official Auditor General of Canada. What the heck? I'll go through this one here. What do we got? Looks like wedding albums. Or there's a whole bunch of them in here. These are pretty nice. Could sell those as a lot. Put these all together, sell them in a big lot. And that's it. That is going to be it.
That was actually really disappointing.
Say that again?
That was actually really disappointing.
Oh. Well, I don't know. It was...
There's nothing even in this.
Okay, well... I don't know. Maybe there's something back here.
Oh no.
Well, there's nothing. Nothing else. We're disappointed, aren't we?
Well, there was that James Bond movie.
There's a James Bond movie. That was kind of cool.
And the switchblade. It's the only really interesting thing.
Yeah, that's it. It's just a switchblade and the tires. New tires. After that...
Did we check this one?
Bwop, bwop, bwop. Yeah, didn't we? No, we didn't. Clothing. Full of clothing. This thing, it's not that bad. The only problem is it's missing 2 drawers there on the bottom. But other than that, it'd be a pretty nice little bookcase. But yeah, I don't see those drawers anywhere. Very wet, rainy day today, but I filled up my truck last night for a scrap run. I'm gonna go do it. A bunch of scrap right here. That is a very big hot water tank. That's about over 5 feet tall, that guy. It's heavy. Little furnace. That is a pull-out couch from the storage locker I just cleaned out. I didn't film the rest of it because it was just really nothing to see. It's just me hauling mattresses. It was brutal. But that is the pulled-out metal part of it. And I'm going to dispose of the rest of it. Anyways, that was fun. A little bit of good non-ferrous here. That's a nice little pile of copper right there, and some stainless steel. A lot of pots and pans from that storage locker as well, and a little bucket of brass. That's always good. This wire bucket's full. Not very much copper too, just a little bit, and then got a whole bunch of cast aluminum there. So I'm gonna go do that, go to the post office. I only have a couple packages to deliver, and after the post office, check out the drop-off bin. I'll go do that. I'll show you my mattress collection here now. Look at this, this is ridiculous. I don't know what I'm going to do with all this. So I got that one, and that one, and this one from the storage locker. This is the pull-out couch. That one is actually our own pull-out couch that we got rid of recently. So I have to dispose of all these mattresses somehow. Oh joy. Really wet and rainy today. It's going to be one of those days. There's actually a lot of flooding in the area. Not much here. One sump pump. And what's this little TV? It's cute. Got a golf club and a whippersnapper. No, not much today. I like this little TV though. And I'll try and clean that up, see if it will work. Oh, it takes a little power supply, which I don't have. It's not here. Oh well. Alright, here's a little estate sale. This place is kind of neat. It's I've driven past here quite a few times. It's like this guy does fencing, or yeah, like interesting fencing. So I'm gonna go check him out. Apparently, sadly, he died and the family's just getting rid of all of his equipment. So yeah, go check it out, see what I can find here. Just made it back from the estate sale. I made a couple purchases here, and this place was really neat. It was like a little welding shop. He had a lot of stock steel that I think would go for quite a bit. I just don't have the means to store it or anything. But anyways, I actually gave them my number, and I'm going to be buying a whole bunch of scrap piles off of them after this is all done, after their estate sale is done. So they're going to give me a call back, and there's a lot of scrap there. So I was thinking of, you know, giving them $100 or more. They seem pretty flexible on the prices. But these are two pieces that I bought here, some railroad beams, I-beams I guess you would call it, railroad track. Pretty heavy. Took 3 guys to lift that, and 2 for this one. Yeah, not sure exactly what I'm going to do with it yet, but what I would love to do is just be able to cut it, you know, make a whole bunch of 12, cut it every 12 feet, or sorry, 12 inches, and then you know, you could sell it like that. People love this sort of stuff for anvils. So that's definitely something I would bring at the flea market. If I was able to cut them every 12 inches, I'd bring a whole bunch of them to the flea market and sell them all. I also picked up these silhouettes. These are pretty neat. Some man caves type stuff. So that's a blacksmith guy working on the anvil. And they're just all the same, 3 of the same. $10 for all 3. And definitely, that'll be, again, I'm thinking of bringing that to the flea market and just selling it like that. Oh yeah, and I forgot to mention, I bought those 2 pieces $5 each. I bought this silhouette, this horse silhouette, bought that for $5. And I think there's lots of things people can do with this. You can probably just bolt it to a piece of plywood. You have the plywood painted, you know, you can paint it white or whatever color you want, and so then it would just be a nice little sign. Or you could put like some wood around it and yeah, put it at the end of your driveway. And yeah, anyways, I think that was kind of neat. That's something I'm considering bringing to the flea market as well. I also picked up this old postal digger. I just bought that for $5 because I don't have one, and I just thought it'd be nice to have. So definitely the best purchase that I made today was this oxygen tank. I'm really happy about this because I've been thinking about doing getting a torch kit and getting into being able to cut steel. So this is the last piece of the puzzle right here. I've been looking into this. I was actually at an auction yesterday, which I'll show you all the junk I bought, but there was a tank. It was probably half this size, and it went for about $250. It was crazy. So I bought this guy $100. A steal of a deal. Instead of using oxetylene, you can use propane. I had no clue that you could do that. So for have a torch kit, the only thing about using propane is they said it's not good. You can't weld with propane. You can only weld with oxetylene and oxygen. But they said, I read up online, that, yeah, definitely use propane and oxygen together, the mix with the torch, and you can cut steel, no problem, just like acetylene. But with propane, it uses more oxygen. So, you know, if you had another tank of acetylene, they would both be used up relatively the same. But if you have propane, the oxygen gets used up a lot faster than the propane does. So that's the only other thing. But man, that's a steal of a deal. I'm happy with that. So I did go to an auction. I did go to an auction yesterday, and it was good. I mean, I spent the whole day there, so it was just a long day. I got there at 10 a.m. or yeah, 10 a.m. and I left there at 5:30. It was a long day, and for that amount of time, I feel like I should have gotten more stuff, but oh well. I got what I got, and it was just a lot of, there was just a lot of competition there. There's a lot of people. Spent about $180, and I'll show you what I got in total. This set of windows here, these are actually school bus windows. I just figured that out the other day after I bought them. They're all from a school bus, and I'm thinking of enclosing my front porch, so I just bought those. All those windows together for that was like $2. It was, nobody else wanted it, so I bid up on it, $2 for all those windows. And I picked up an alternator that was, I bought that for $8. I don't know what it's from, but it's pretty much brand new and it's in really good shape, so I'll figure out. It's a big one too, so when they're new like this and they're big, you know that they will sell for a lot. Just got to figure out what it's off of, what's compatible with. A couple tractor seats, definitely something that people like to buy at flea markets. They're in okay shape, you know, a little bit of rust on this guy here. But people will still buy it like that. Both of them together I think was about $10. So I'll make my money back for sure and a little bit more. There was a huge barn. I basically bought a whole corner. I bought a whole desk and I bought a whole corner. In the corner it didn't turn out that there was very much there, but there was actually some spray paints and you know, great stuff. It's new, and some other spray paint in here, brake cleaner, so that's always good. I think that's for your hands. Oh, snowmobile oil. Some of these oils will go bad, so you gotta be careful, but I think brake fluid and power steering fluid has shelf life. You know, I think as far as engine oil goes, I think that stuff lasts forever, but if any of you guys know, please correct me on that, comment section below. But yeah, all these spray cans, those will still be good, clear. And you know, if some of these are missing the cap, you just take one off of the other can, and if it's clogged up, like that's all clogged up, but you just take the cap off, and you just soak it in acetone, and then it will work again. Also in the corner there was just, you know, some garbage bags, and there's not too much down in there, but there was a whole garbage can. Also in that corner, the corner that I bought all these cans, no, a lot of this stuff is just, yeah, stuff's just gonna have to be tossed, which will be a pain, but there is a whole bunch of it down there. Like this trim clad stuff, trim clad rust paint, you know, that's oil based, that's probably not going to go, that'll last forever. And there's some you know, got some like Varathane, that stuff will last forever too. But yeah, there's other stuff here that who knows. I bought a roll of snow fence for, I think it was $7 for the snow fence, and I may just flip that. I don't really need it. I bought it thinking that I could use it for my dog's fence, but it's just very brittle. I think he'd bust right through that, so I'm not going to do that. Yeah, lots of boxes that I bought. You know, so I like going through this sort of stuff. It's always fun finding things, you know, like all sorts of little parts, wire, all sorts of fun stuff that I can look through. So there's a few bags, a few boxes like this. I think there are 3 hay wagons, and there's a part identical to this, on the hay wagon, and some guy bought it for like $15, but I don't know. If you guys know what that is, let me know. Switch, car switches. So there's a, oh, that's broken. That's too bad. But also, you know, you'll find stuff in these boxes that people will want. I paid 20 bucks for that spool of wire. Some other junk that came with all my other junk that I bought. This toolbox, I think, is empty. Oh no, it's got a little sunbeam tool, handsaw. That's kind of nice. That's broken, unfortunately. Another thing, paint and other cleaners. These are all the same part. Some from farm machinery, some sort of bracket. So there's a whole bunch of these packs. And other bottles of thinner. You know, all this stuff is really good to have on hand. You know, you'll be able to find stuff in here. A little brass valve. You know, like this little wrench here. You know, guys will buy that at the flea market all day long. Neat old little wrenches. People like that sort of stuff. There's another one. This thing is crazy. Look at that. That's a big heavy piece. There was this giant lathe in the corner of the barn. This guy did a lot of machinery work, and this lathe, it was probably about the size of my truck. It was giant. It was just looked like from the 1920s. So I think that was a bit that went on that lathe. But I'll sell this on eBay. That's what I'll do with this guy. It's a big heavy piece. There's some other smaller ones that I saw in some of these boxes. More parts in bags. I like little bags like this because they have part numbers usually, and I can easily reference it. You know, here's case seal kit. You know, so oh crap, they're all falling out. Well, that's good to know. I may be missing some, so the bag's already been opened. That's not good. This looked nice at first, and then I turn it over and it's completely rusted, so I'm just going to throw that out. It's too bad. Pulley wheels, people like to buy those at the flea market. I thought this was really nice. This old lamp. It's very rusted, but all the, I think these are porcelain, but they kind of look like brass, but it's probably porcelain right there, but they're all in good shape. Little brass nugget in the middle. So yeah, I think people would really like that. At this auction, there was so many of these wood boxes everywhere. All kinds of different brands. They were just everywhere. And people were buying them up like crazy, like $15, and it would just be full of pieces of stuff like this. And people were just buying it like crazy. There was lots of dynamite boxes too. I think I bought this old bucket for $1. It had some glass in it, so that's kind of nice old lampshade, I think. There's two of them in there. This one's kind of dirty, and then there's just a bunch of milk bottles and stuff. $1, can't go wrong. And 2 bottles of unopened oil. They're the kinds that I need, 10W and 5W30. I did buy these two for $27. WD-40. It has been opened, but it's practically full, I would say. Yeah, I would say it's like right up to there. And this came with it. Clean Flow metal parts cleaner. So $27 for both those. That's a good deal, because those cans of WD-40, I think it's up to about $30 in the store now. I've been looking to buy one recently. Now this is the coolest thing that I bought yesterday. This is, I had no idea what it was. In this barn, at the front, the big door was opened, so there's lots of light. Now, as the crowd got further back, it was dark. Everyone was using their cell phones to see what they were bidding on. I bought this for $25, and I think it is so cool. Look at that guy. I didn't really know what it was at first, but I brought it out. I wheeled it outside, and I got a better look at it, and it's a flamethrower. This thing is so cool. Look at that. And the cart itself with the wheels, I just love that sound. It's like something out of Mad Max. Here, let me put a little demonstration for you. Yeah, and you see here there's a test date on it. Test date 1951. I don't know how much propane is in there. It's pretty heavy. I mean, I wasn't able to lift it onto the truck. I would say it's probably like really far down there. I don't know how much is left in here, but I'll use it. I'll use up all the propane until it's empty, and then I'll scrap the tank. And I'll keep the cart for sure. That is cool. Really cool spokes there.